I'll tell you the number one FaceTime in the world, Stutch.
No doubt.
Every time I see it, it's like Stutchy. He's like, "What's going on, Bird? What are you doing, man? Just figured I'd check in, bro. What's cracking?" I'll be like,
you know what he, dude? You know, and he's driving.
I'll hang up and I'll fucking call him back. What'd you do, bro? You with FaceTime? I'm like, no.
Nobody does.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Greenfield's Finest Podcast. This is episode 68. 68, Jack.
Going away from the big old 6'9".
I'm your host, Z-Bird Zidell. To the left of me, my main man, Anthony, cheek busting Shuley.
What's up, guys?
Johnny, medium-sized cock risotto.
What's up?
And old Big Tex, Moneyline Welsh. What up,
Big Tex? What's up?
How y'all doing?
Howdy.
Howdy.
So what's going on, Big Tex? How was it?
It was cool. Went to Austin for the weekend. Dick around a little bit. Young city. The kids were out.
Were they?
Yep. Sundresses.
A lot of coos?
Yeah, super duper young, man. Like there's certain, like there's 6th Street, which is like their south side, a little on steroids a little bit.
Yeah.
Which we didn't spend much time there too, because it was too young. It was like,
I'm about to catch a case.
Yeah, dudes were like, man, I don't really like see the appeal of this. I was like, well, that's because we're 38 years old, you fucking idiots.
Like, have to hang out with people like 18 years younger.
Yeah, I was like, if we were fucking 15 years older, I was like, this would be a fucking blast. I was like, but I mean, I could see the appeal of it. I don't want to, like, I'm not having fun if that's what you're asking. Places were packed. There's this place called Rainy Street that's really, really cool. They had one of those, like, those like sea cans.
Yeah.
So they had a bar made out of like sea cans.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. There was all these sea cans, and you walked in and out of them, and it was just all
What the fuck is a sea can?
like
You lost me.
like a sea can. When they fucking.
No, I don't know.
I
That's why I
can't think.
asked.
There's another word.
I would have went along with it.
There's another word for it, and I can't fucking think of what the fuck it is.
Talking about an aquarium?
No, like when they fucking those big shit they put in on boats when they fucking
Like a shipping container.
a shipping container. Yes.
A sea can.
A sea can. Yeah. You never heard it called that before?
No, Salt Life, I haven't.
No. Yeah, it's called a sea can.
A sea can, like a barrel, like you like.
No, like a shipping container.
A shipping container.
Oh,
Like
Yeah.
what
Like
they
a
put on-
giant-
What are you, a fucking longshoreman?
Dude, I think that's what we called them at Avalotis.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man,
So I
those
think
Greeks are
I think
crazy.
that's what they were called, man.
I just said, yeah, like, yeah, sure.
I was completely lost.
I
I'm
said
like,
sea can to someone else, and they fucking couldn't. They had no idea what I was
I
talking
thought
about.
like if I listened, I'd get the gist of it. But you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, you walk through them. I'm like, what the fuck?
But
is
then
it?
I couldn't remember shipping container when I was talking to them either, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
It's a sea
I was like,
can.
how do you know what a fucking sea can is? They're like, I never heard of a sea can before in my fucking life. And I'm like, well, anyway,
first.
there's a bar there with like a bunch of fucking shipping containers. So you go in and out of them. The bar's a shipping container, everything. So that was kind of cool. But then you walk down the street, and there's like 2 different food truck parks, but there's a million bars, but every bar is an old house. So like there's like a front yard, and then you walk into the bar / house, and it opens up to like where the actual bar is, and then you go then you go out back, and like it opens up to this giant backyard. It's just cracking back there.
That sounds like it would be a good time.
That's a good time. That was something. That was like something different. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, now I get. So there's a bunch of different places to go. We checked it out. Checked it out a lot. You could scoot everywhere.
There's tons of scoots
Dude, like hundreds.
for rent. Like you can rent them.
Yeah, just like you
everywhere.
get a little app. You could do it through an Uber app, or I did the little Bird one because they were a little better condition. Dude, literally scooting everywhere, high as fuck, just getting my scoot on.
You were
day and
scooting
night.
around Austin?
Dude, all weekend long we were scooted everywhere. It was like, and it was legit because like we had to see the city, and like instead of hopping in and out of Ubers and like walking down like a half a block to check something out, like all right, we get it, like fuck it. You just scoot down that block and you scoot back and then you just fucking scooting away.
What's maximum miles per hour on this scoot?
I don't know. They go pretty fast. I don't know. To be honest with you,
See-
I didn't recognize the speedometer.
So as much as you hated the Vroomers, you're saying the scooters.
Well, a scoot doesn't make any
It
fucking
does.
noise.
electric, yeah.
Yeah, it's electric. What are you talking about? There's no. If you want to drive around Southside scooting, which I don't think would work. I think a lot
He
of
would run you over.
a lot of clotheslines coming coming your way.
Yeah.
This was a little more open, a little more room to scoot. Not much. I mean, there was a lot of people I was scooting in and out. I was fucking
Dude,
weaving,
yeah.
Dude, you just take like from like one scoot like place to like and just drop it off at like the nearest scoot.
drop it off in fucking wherever you want.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like they scooted up to like the University of Texas, and that was like a no scoot zone. When you got to like a certain spot, I guess Texas University doesn't want 10,000 scooters all over their
Yeah, a
campus,
bunch of drunk assholes scooting.
which
around.
which I understand, but no, I mean, yeah, like I said, you could close. They could die. You know, what I mean, they could stop. They
Right,
could cut them off,
They
or they
just come
stop
pick 'em
working.
up.
But yeah, they come pick them up. All you have to do is fucking get off your scoot, put the kickstand up, take a picture, and end your ride like an Uber trip, pretty much.
This sounds
Yeah.
fantastic.
Dude, it was great. Not hopping in a million Ubers, not having to walk everywhere.
Dealing
dude,
with other people.
dealing with other people. I was fucking high out of my mind, just scooting and laughing.
On the
fucking-
road? Were you on the road?
I was on the road, babe.
So you weren't sidewalk scooting, you were street
No,
scooting?
you ain't even. Yeah, what are you gonna be on the sidewalk like a bitch? I was in traffic, dude. I kept going past groups of chicks, and I'd just be like, "All gas, no brakes, ladies." I must have said it 50 times. It was funny, all fucking 50, dude.
Every time.
Yeah, every time.
get a
Just-
laugh out of it?
Dude, people would die. I had this dude behind me scooting that I didn't know he was laughing the whole time he was behind me.
He was
like
just along for
he
the
was,
ride.
Yeah, he's like, this dude's
I'm with him.
yeah, this dude's funny. Let me fucking scoot with him for a little bit.
That's fucking pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I looked. The only thing I didn't get any. I wish I would have got some footage of me scooting.
Yeah, I know. That would have been
That
great.
would have been good for the gram.
Yeah.
My fucking hair just blowing, all tall on a scooter. It probably looked good. But yeah. So Austin was pretty fucking fun. The trip getting there sucked dick. I left Pittsburgh. I left my apartment at 4:30 in the morning. Didn't get to Austin until about 4:30 or about 3:30 in the afternoon.
Wow.
When I got
Fuck,
to
how did that happen?
So I pull into the airport, look at my phone, and I have a text messages from American Airlines saying your flight's delayed. And I was like, I'm already in the airport, and so they pushed it till 8. Like it was supposed to leave at like 6 something. They pushed it to like 8 something, or maybe even later than that. So I walk in and like, dude, the itinerary they sent me, I wasn't getting to Austin till like 7:30 at night. I was like, I'm not even gonna go. Like this is fucking insane. So I go in and they like hook it up. They not hook it up, but like they found me a better flight to Fort Worth and Fort Worth to Austin. So I would get into Austin around like 1:30. I was supposed to get there around like 11, late 11. So it was no big. I was like, all right, whatever. So I fucking stuck in this airport with a mask on for fucking those few hours doing absolutely nothing. So that fucking sucks. And then there's like birds flying around the airport, so like airport birds. I'm like, what the fuck's going? Like, there's not a guy for this. We
You don't have a net.
We can't. Yeah, like there can't be like. I've seen a million people working, not doing dick. This guy's been fucking waxing the Franco statue for fucking 4 hours. Get him a net and get these birds
Yeah.
the fuck out of here. So then I finally board. We get to Fort Worth, no fucking issues, and then we're trying to take off from Fort Worth to Austin. We sit on the tarmac forever, and I got a guy next to me who just sits down and just starts talking. Before I could even get my fucking earphones in, this fucking dude is beating my fucking ear off.
About what?
Dude, he's fucking telling me all about college football, Texas football that I care nothing about. Like in-depth, like third-string running backs fucking type shit. He was showing me memes on his phone that he sends to his wife. It was fucking nuts. He showed me all these snakes that he had around his house that like nobody asked about.
He's like, boy, you ever seen a snake like that?
And then he showed me a smoker, like his barbecue pit,
Yeah.
for about 10 minutes.
What was the
Did
pit?
it-
Was it
It was average at best.
really? It wasn't
Oh.
like not in the show. Like you could probably go at Home Depot.
I could do it, and I'm not a handy fella.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I could put this pit together, and he was just going on and on. Like, in what world do you think it's okay to just, like, beat a stranger's ear off
Was
like
he
that?
trying to give you ideas of what to do when you get to Texas? Was he like, here's what you need to do?
So it got to the point, like, what I do for a living, and then he, like, started talking about locations, like, different parts of shit like that. As far as the talking goes, that was the best part because I was, mildly interested in what he was saying. But at this point, he pissed me off so bad because he kept talking. Like, I didn't want to talk to you at all, buddy. At all.
Shutting down.
Like, and he would just go on to the next topic and on to the next topic, and then, like, I would fake sleep for a little bit, but he wouldn't he would just keep going, and, like, the guy next to me was, like, looking at me, and I'm like, how do we turn this guy off? Like, this is
You want a
insane.
drink? Can I buy you a drink?
They were doing no drink service. Yeah,
Ah,
so he was just, dude, he was all gas, no brakes. It was fucking insane.
Did you have to wear your mask the whole time on the plane?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you got to wear it the whole time in the airport, then on the plane?
Yeah.
I had a
That's a
mask.
good, what, 5
I had
hours?
a mask on for 15 hours.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, try doing that with twins.
Yeah, terrible. This guy in front of me had like 3 kids, like young kids, and I was
Trying
like,
to get them to like keep it on. Is
oh
pretty...
my gosh, it looked fucking exhausting. But yeah, he was just when he was like showing me like Trump memes and shit like that. I'm like, buddy, like what the? He showed me his grandson. His
He
fucking,
was that old?
dude,
I'm thinking he was like 20.
no, this dude was like in his probably like late 60s. He had he had a son my age.
He just needed.
He showed me a picture of him. He wasn't doing so great, but he got his shit together, so he's doing all right now. So
He had a little bit of a drug problem.
I think he was drank a little too much.
Too
So
much Texas whiskey.
yeah, he didn't really he didn't really say, but like that's the vibe I was getting. Like,
Yeah.
He's like, boy, you ever heard of meth?
yeah. But the guy's ex-wife's a real piece of shit. But apparently his son's like on his way getting out of debt now, so he's doing real good. So everybody,
for him. Good
yeah,
for him.
it was fucking. I was worried about the guy I didn't know sitting next to me's 38-year-old fucking son.
That's a loser.
It was fucking nuts. I seen some guy carrying a Macy's bag as luggage.
That's great.
That's what reminded me when Burns had the P.F. Chang's bag. Burns like did a carry-on with like P.F. Chang's that still had like soy sauce packets in it and shit.
And clothes?
Clothes, everything. He needed a bag. He threw it all in there. He's like, "This will work," and like took it. And Steve Kiski said like fucking he just like showed up and there was just like duck sauce in his suitcase. Like a suitcase with just a P.F. Chang's bag. So this guy got off the plane with a giant Macy's bag, like like those big ones, and he had like over his shoulder. He probably had like 20 pounds of clothes in it. The thing was stretched.
Dude, I went to Cancun with Marty Ryan, and he just put his shit in a garbage bag, a big black garbage bag.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, like waiting for that shit to come through, like
You see the
The
bag
luggage
coming down the
return,
conveyor
yeah.
belt.
Like when you're sitting there, like when you wake up in the morning, I don't have any luggage. I better go buy some luggage or just hit somebody up who
Yeah.
like definitely
Yeah,
has.
borrow
you
it,
can
yeah.
borrow luggage
Yeah.
very easily. No,
Yeah.
like the chances of someone else using their luggage when you need
The
like
same
luggage.
day.
Yeah,
Unless you're going on a trip with them.
It was nuts, fucking absolutely insane.
But Austin's cracking though.
Austin was cracking. Austin was definitely a good time. The scooting really got me. It was the first trip I went on with no booze.
And how you enjoyed yourself?
Yeah, I had a good time. I thought I was gonna be bored out of my fucking mind in these bars, but like I don't know, I got so fucking stoned.
You entertained yourself.
Entertained myself, yeah.
Was the grub fire down there? Because I always say like, Big Texas barbecue. And
So
shit.
yeah, they got I'm no meat, but they got some fire ass barbecue.
Do they?
Yeah, they I mean like the dudes I were with like went like out of there. This place was like you had to reserve like weeks in advance, and like they couldn't get like they couldn't get the brisket or anything like that,
Yeah.
but they ended up getting like a half a rack of ribs on a bunch of sausage and shit like that, and they said it was so bomb.
Oh, that's I always wanted to try me some Texas barbecue.
But yeah, it was
Brisket's
real
great.
hard to get reservations. I mean, the hotel was fucking packed. It was also like the white orange game for Texas University, so people were out and about. It was the weather is unbelievable.
Dude.
It is so nice.
It was weird. I experienced some weird shit on Saturday. I was like, I asked my lady if she wanted to go out to eat, and she was like, yeah. So I was like, we'll go down to whatchamacallit, what's that called? Station Square. I'm like, we'll just go wherever. So we go down there. There was an 1.5 to 2 hour wait at every single place, and I'm like, I didn't even think like it was the first nice, like really nice day. shit was open to 75% capacity. People were out.
People are waxed and vaxxed, dude. They're ready to fucking
Yeah,
roll.
I was like, oh fuck, dude. We ended up going to 12, and it was fucking. Food was fucking great. We ended up having a good time, but I was like, Nev's like, yeah, we'll get you in. And I'm like, all right, cool. But like down fucking Station Square, like everyone who was going down there was just like off to the side smoking cigarettes. They were just waiting, going through a whole pack. You know what I mean?
Dude,
See, that's why we need these scooters. You could have fucking scooted from fucking Station
Right.
Square to the south side, and
Dude.
like, you would have that's a good time.
Right. You would have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Like-
dude, I think there was an hour and a half wait in all of Pittsburgh. Like, dude, because I was like,
Yeah.
I was in the waterfront. Like, we had had a babysitter this weekend in the waterfront. Like, called every restaurant. They're like, yeah, hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. I drove through Southside. Southside was cracking.
Yeah,
Like,
it was.
I got some. Yeah, I've seen some Flats footage. Flats is back.
Yeah.
it was
yeah.
like, there was a line around the corner for the
Yeah,
flats. I'm like,
it's-
damn, I haven't seen that in a while.
They're back.
I showed Addie. I was like, that's where Jack lives upstairs, and she was like, how does he deal with that noise? I said, I don't know.
You
He
really-
just does.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't hear it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, the rumors, I mean, I'm well documented how I feel about them.
Right.
I was just on a phone call with my mom. I'm walking down to Starbucks to get my pre-show Americano. And they're ruming right in my fucking ear. My mom's like, where are you at? I was like, I'll talk to you later. These fucking assholes know I was coming out of my fucking house.
I gotta
And
get
I'm
my
like,
basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But, yeah, Scooting really got me.
So you say
It was just so-
scooting can't happen up here. There's not.
I mean, yeah, it can in certain neighborhoods, I think. I just don't think you could do it on Carson Street. I think you would have to, like, maybe from, like, 10th to 18th. It's just too much paying them. It's too
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah.
Too tight of quarters. Dudes are too drunk.
Right.
Could you see Scooting taking off in Lawrenceville?
I could see some scooting going on in Lawrenceville. Like the strip district would be
Yeah.
primes. I would.
Scoot.
So I googled what a scooter costs. They ain't bad, dude.
Yeah.
They're about, you get
How
a
much?
like you get a fucking pretty solid electric scooter for like $400.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like a good one.
See. This is what what came up on Amazon. So like I'm gonna do some research before because I don't want a piece of shit one. I want one like this thing moved a little bit. You just had to
Right.
like kick your leg one time. You push the little fucking little knob down and you're off. I've seen them in other cities like Indianapolis. There was a lot, and I was like too big of a pussy to do them. Plus, we didn't want to but we were like exploring. I was like, I'm getting on this. I'm scared.
Everyone is scooted. Deeks
Every,
was scared.
everybody
Everybody's-
was scooting, dude. All gas, no brakes. We had a gang, dude. It was a good time.
What'd you guys get into this weekend?
I didn't do much, man. You know me. I work on the weekends, dude.
Yep, me too. All right. Oh, yeah.
No flea market?
Oh, of course I did. So I went out to the flea
Well, how
market.
did the pizza situation fucking go?
So anyway, to be a vendor, you get that parking spot. You're only certain people are allowed to sell food. He wasn't allowed. The pizza guy got shut down before he even got opened up. There's a kettle corn guy there though, which caused controversy because he's selling kettle corn. And my thing was like, I'm like, dude, they're letting this dude sell kettle corn. Why won't they let the pizza guy open up and sell pizza? They say it conflicts with the interest of the people inside who sell fucking shitty sandwiches.
So it sounds like the people inside are
Power
juiced
play
up.
them. Yeah, they
Well,
power
They're
play
juiced
them.
up.
The people inside actually, it's the flea market's cafeteria. So the flea market who rents out all the spots, they own that cafeteria. So they're like, dude, we're not
That's their
giving
bread and butter.
right. We're not giving away pizza. We're not letting some dude come in here and take all the fucking money.
Well, maybe this will put some fucking fire under their ass and get some better food in there.
The suggestion box has been getting filled up. I'll tell you that. I won't say who put stuff in there, but I'm like, dude, this is horrible. I'm out here every Sunday at 7:00. Like, you know what I mean? It's fucking terrible. You got nothing to pick from. At least get a fucking thing of donuts or something. Anything.
'Cause you're there at
Donuts, maybe like
7
a
in the
hot dog
morning on
vendor or something.
What's that?
You're there at 7 on Sundays?
Yeah.
My man. Good for
Dude,
you.
there were so many food trucks in Austin. It was insane. And
It's
they
like they-
all were cracking.
It's like a huge food truck
Yeah.
place.
It was.
My sister used to live there. Like, they
Home-
would have, like,
very,
miles of...
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Two giant parks just on that one street. Aggressive homeless, man. They got a homeless issue.
Yeah.
Do they?
Oh yeah,
You think about food trucks, home? Yeah, they probably draw the homeless.
yeah. It's
'Cause they,
they'll badger you.
did you kick up some change, some coin?
The one dude's, he got me the one time. I came out and like he's, hey man, you got any change? And I handed him like the 35 cents that was like in my hand. I had two $1 bills, and then I handed him 35 cents, and he was just staring at the two $1 bills. And I was like, here you go, man. What the fuck?
Jerk.
I
Just
think
for my $5 water.
That could be
Thanks.
heavy when you're high, like
Yeah.
like a homeless dude.
Yeah,
getting
I was,
at you,
like,
you
I
know?
was like, yeah, and like there was some scam artists down there, but I could tell this guy was actually homeless, so I didn't really give a fuck.
you
Right.
can tell the difference.
Yeah, yeah. You
Look
can
at
tell.
the shoes.
Look at the shoes.
Yeah.
No doubt, that's the move. And if they have like a blanket that's fucking disgusting draped over them,
Yeah.
that's a good sign.
That they don't have a place to live. That is their place to live.
Yeah, right.
They're
I'm not
carrying
ma-
their house
Yeah.
with them.
Not to put the homeless down. I've been homeless.
Yeah, no, we like the homeless, but like there's
Big fans of the podcast.
I'm not about nope. Moving on.
Pull the trigger.
No.
Pull the trigger. I seen you had one in the
Nope,
chamber.
there's some low hanging fruit there that I'm not going to take.
You could have shot me. I can handle it.
No, it's nothing to do with you. It was geared towards the homeless. Bobby G hit me up.
I seen that, but so tell everyone what he hit you up about.
So we were talking about the pierogi races last week, and he said when the pierogies like would call off on all over the onion, they got like 2 fucked up or something like that, and they needed an extra guy or 2. Him and Mark Niskatch would be pierogies, and they would be pierogies and be in the race. He said when day games, especially because I guess that's when Oliver likes to get it in. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
hard to make the day game. He said the suit's pretty light. He said you have to look out either eye, which like you know what I mean. So you gotta like you don't.
you can't see out
Yeah,
of
you
both
can't
eyes.
see out of both eyes. You're just like looking through like the eye, and so it's hard to see. Fucking giant fucking slippers that are like impossible to run in. He said it was a good time though. He said he was cheese Chester, and he said he had to take a dive.
So it's
the
fixed
fix
like
is
wrestling.
in.
Fix is in.
They paid him to take a dive, huh?
Yep. Hey, I was like, man, it'd be so hard not to go rogue. He was like, yeah, but I was like at work, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like you're.
You need this job.
Oh, that's right. He works down. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess him and Mark were like fucking.
We're gonna have some
working.
more questions for him because we got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I'd like to know how that works now up on the bridge.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're talking about if you keep talking about like challenging these pierogies in a race on this podcast, you're gonna have to do it.
I'm not saying I won't.
I just don't know, like we're not gonna be able to get a pierogi costume.
No, I thought about that, but I looked at the options.
What's in a pierogi's like arch enemy?
I
Butter?
No,
Yeah, they go
Butter's
together,
They're an
yeah.
ally.
Yeah.
I would say
ravioli.
I mean, like
Yeah.
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 We'll have a ravioli race.
Fucking
Yeah.
stuffed noodle runoff.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah.
I thought I could be a giant.
Rico the ravioli.
Roddy the
Oh, dude. I mean,
Rowdy Roddy Rav.
yeah. I mean, like, I just want to know, like, what it's like. Like, can I get in on the race? Can I just walk right up and go?
Well, I don't think he would know because like they're doing COVID races.
Right.
So I think he's talking about back in the day. I think you would have to go down there and just like
Just come
Step
off
it
on
up.
the
We have-
side street.
we have to do a scouting mission
We're
to
gonna
see
have
it.
to scoot
See it.
over there and then just jump off.
Yeah,
and
then we
start
can get away
running.
on our fucking scooter.
Right.
Yeah.
You jump on the back of Jack's scooter.
The North Shore is where scooters. If you could scoot from like the fucking Bucko game to the casino, like that's where
That is a that would
that's a
be
major
fun.
scooting place because it's on fucking jam packed like every other neighborhood in Pittsburgh.
Right.
All I do is I just picture Z-Bird as like a big square ravioli right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big square ravioli outfit.
Yeah, Jack
With
Jack
his-
on the scooter, me on the back.
Yeah.
Like, all gas, no brake, motherfucker! Drive it like you stole it, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, so that's in the works. I mean, we've talked about this 2 weeks in a row. So like you have to race a pierogi now, an unsanctioned race.
We got a couple things. Listen, I'm promising the listeners right now. Listen to me right now. If we get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers,
There we go. We need an incentive. That's a good idea.
1,000 YouTube subscribers. I swear on a stack of anything that I will go down there dressed as a ravioli and fucking race the pierogi.
Rico the ravioli.
So how fast are you going to make it happen?
Yeah, so get on your fucking computer and fucking hit that like and subscribe button for fuck's sake.
And not only that, get everyone you know to like and subscribe. Before you know it, you'll be seeing me on the news getting arrested.
Yeah,
So,
create fake emails, fucking everything.
yeah, get us up to
whatever it
1,000.
takes.
We've been trying to get there forever, I feel like. It's only been a year, but but,
No, we're like a year and a half now.
but we didn't start our YouTube right away. Right off
Yeah,
the bat.
that's true.
We were straight on Spotify. What So Logan Paul's fighting fucking Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, but they're already putting like those fucking stupid stipulations
I
on
seen
it. So like, what was that?
Legends
Tyson.
fight. The
Yeah,
le-
Tyson and who?
What's his name? Not Sugar Ray.
Roy
Roy
Jones. Yeah.
They had like this no knockouts.
No winner, and
Yeah.
like so if they're doing that, like it's unwatchable.
Right.
Like why? What is the point? Like is Floyd? Like Floyd can't be worried about fucking getting hurt from Logan, right?
Well, here's the thing. That dude is like he's obviously like somewhat of a fighter.
Listen,
Anything could happen.
We all agree that Logan and Jake Paul can fight in some type
but
for
like,
sure.
I mean, imagine.
But we were talking about the best boxer
of all time
who doesn't get hit.
Right. Here's the thing, though. He goes in there. I mean, he's a little bit older. I'm just saying, like, I think in a fight, yeah, I definitely put everything I had on Floyd Mayweather. But for some reason, when his whole life being undefeated, he doesn't want to lose this fight. You know what I mean? That's a chance. He's like, dude, that he loses so much.
That loses his legacy.
That,
Right there.
not only his legacy, I mean, like, I'm sure he has, like, so much more money to be made.
What's the stipulations though? Like, if they fight and Logan Paul gets a fucking strong right hand on him, what are you gonna do about that?
No, yeah.
Well, they don't award points just like the other.
No, but if he knocks him out,
yeah.
if he
knocks
catches
him out-
him with like a,
Yeah, if you get knocked out, you get knocked out.
yeah, right. Like,
But
that's
that
Logan
just
Paul's
makes,
only prayer.
It makes me like, if they have all these stupid stipulations on this fight already, if it's the same as the Tyson Roy Jones one,
Weren't they wearing like
They're-
headgear and shit?
Yeah.
they're not even be like, there's not even be an opportunity to like knock him out because it's almost I think that one had like a no knockout clause. Like
It
if
did have
Tyson
a
would
no-
fucking like knock out Roy Jones, like he would get docked like $500,000 or whatever
Right.
it was. So like I don't know.
There was
like a
weird.
sparring
There
match.
was
Yeah.
weird penalties. I remember.
Yeah, but
that.
if like Floyd, like nobody wants to see them fight with like headgear and shit like that.
no. I mean, like,
Nobody. Don't
Right.
even do it.
No,
You either do
right.
it or don't.
Right, like if that's a stipulation, that's fucking
if
stupid.
I was that dude, and like, I get it, like that's a big money fight, so I'm not gonna tell him. But like, I think he should keep fighting other people as real fights. Like, I think that's his best
Yeah.
option. Like, keep.
Probably more money in it.
Well, the Floyd fight, you're not gonna gain more money probably than fighting Floyd Mayweather. 'cause
Right,
He's
but
gonna
it-
draw
Yeah,
the
I
most.
guess so.
Yeah, I agree with you. But he's gonna lose. Like he got real UFC dudes coming out now. Like they had that UFC like 160 whatever
Yeah.
it was, and like the one dude started screaming at him and shit like that, and they were screaming like "fuck Jake Paul" the whole entire time I heard. So like he can't lose to like a half-ass UFC dude at this point, which he's very capable of
Right.
losing.
He'll
to.
never
So,
get
like,
that fight.
If he loses, he's
Yeah,
never
he's
getting
not
a
gonna get
Floyd
that
fight.
fight.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's the height of the popularity right now.
Strike while he hangs hard.
If Floyd's down to do it, you got to do it while Floyd's down
Right.
to do it. And
then you could keep doing that.
and then
other
if
bullshit fights.
yeah,
whatever.
right, you can find different ways to make money. But if you get that fucking $40, $50 million payday, whatever, I don't know what it's gonna be, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't
it's
so
gonna
bad.
be. They ain't making a couple mil a piece. I'll tell you that.
Right.
I don't think either of them have to worry about really working ever again.
Right,
but, like,
but Money
that's a
Mayweather
major.
ain't doing it for less than an obscene amount of money.
Right. I can't really think of what that is, but I gotta think at least in the 20s, right?
I mean, I would say.
I
more
would
than
say
that.
he's making more than Jake Paul.
Right.
Well, maybe like as the purse, but like, dude, Paul got
He-
his hands and everything.
He got
there.
his,
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
he got like the production company Triller, which
Right.
is like they're making all the money off which I'm sure they're gonna have to split with Mayweather.
That's what I was gonna say. He's not gonna let them
I'm
promote
sure.
this fight.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna have points on the whole
Yeah,
thing and everything
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're gonna make a fuck ton of money and everyone's gonna watch it. But
everybody's
like,
gonna be rich.
I don't think I guess people will watch it either way, even with these stupid stipulations. But like,
Right.
dude, just if you're gonna do it, fucking do it. Speaking of celebrity boxing, I don't know if this is a stretch for celebrity,
Yeah,
but
like,
Matt Light called out the
Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh Dad
yeah, I
for
knew.
Dino Day.
Yeah. So yeah, I knew like.
Was this your idea?
No, but he hit me up and he was like, "Dude, I want to, I like kind of want to do something like the Rough and Rowdy." And he even came out and said, "Like, dude, I ain't even, I got knocked out before. I ain't like the toughest
in
dude."
like 8 seconds.
Yeah. So he's like, "But I'll come." He's like, "Dude, I'll fight someone." I'm like, "Who should I fight?" He's like, "I want to fight Pittsburgh Dad." I'm like, "Dude, call him out then."
Yeah.
And he was like, came up with the idea. I kind of like threw some things in there.
Yeah, it was a good video.
I was like, dude, dress up like Pittsburgh Dad, and and he was like, yeah, fuck it, And I was like, dude, see if he responds. You have nothing to lose.
Pittsburgh Dad didn't respond, right?
No,
That's
no.
crazy. Like, who the fuck does Pittsburgh Dad think he is to not to respond to something like that?
Right.
He's above it.
Does that dude like? Does Pittsburgh Dad think think he's the man?
Well, yeah. Here's the thing, though. Pittsburgh Dad has everything to lose in that situation, and that dude has nothing. And he's looking at that dude, which I would say
What does he have? I mean, I
he
get
makes a living off being Pittsburgh Dad. I mean, he makes a pretty good living off that.
that's all he does.
That's all he does is Pittsburgh Dad, and he produces other stuff. So, like, Pittsburgh Dad, he gets, like, a huge chunk of money. So, like, if he would go out... See, here's the thing, though. I think for Pittsburgh Dad, it's a no-lose situation either.
No one's expecting Pittsburgh Dad to be tough and win a fight.
What if he
Right.
beats the shit out of him?
I
That'd
think
be great.
No, I think Pittsburgh Dad, they even said, is, like, kind of, like, jacked up and
I
shit.
think he is.
Is he really?
I don't
Definitely,
think
she's pretty tall.
he
too.
looks.
Yeah.
he looks in shape.
Yeah.
So like,
What if he comes out and he's like an old street brawler or something?
He might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's entertaining.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll watch it.
I was thinking, like, why not? Like,
if you're Pittsburgh Dad, you see Matt Light get knocked out in fucking 8 seconds by a chef at Barstool.
right.
So like, why would he? Maybe Pittsburgh Dad just figures he has nothing to gain from like going to
Right.
fight at like Dino Day, which he's probably right.
But I mean, still, I mean, like, dude, fire back something. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Once you fire back, you're in it. Like you're in it to it's gonna be a long drawn out thing. Like
I know.
Well,
but
it
I
is
just
getting
wanna
long.
see a
Yeah,
fire-
right,
I just
I-
wanna
It
see-
is getting long and drawn out now because we just brought it up on this podcast.
Right.
So we're not letting this die.
We're
here.
lighting that
a lot of
fire.
years.
Dino Day needs some fights.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, when he said, I'm like, yeah, dude, absolutely fucking fight Pittsburgh Dad. And he was like all for it, made the video. I'm like, it's a funny video. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought it might happen.
Yeah, so did I. Because he was like, you thinking we're small? I'm like, I don't know Pittsburgh Dad. He knows Pittsburgh Dad.
So that's even weirder for him not to respond. Than if
right,
they
if
know
like
each other.
somebody you know calls you out. Yeah,
I think they had a falling out.
All right.
He ain't.
I mean, he kind of looks like Carm.
I mean, that's how I take my pictures. I suck it in too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say he's intimidating.
Yeah, he's not. That's
That didn't scare me, but
yeah, my dick didn't move at all.
but yeah, dude, that would be great. If Pittsburgh Dad came out and fought. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
It
was
would
just
bring
shocked.
people out for sure. You know.
That's what I mean. People are going to be there regardless. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
know you're going to have the crowd. Why not get your? I guess he just figures maybe not his demographics. Fucking south side, like I don't.
Yeah, probably not.
Knowing like I don't think anybody like our age thinks Pittsburgh's Dad's funny. I would imagine it's probably like older crowds that really get a kick out of it.
Yeah, there's younger people. I mean, I'm like, I don't like my.
It was a
thing-
good idea. I'm not hating on the idea, but the actual like
Yeah, I like the Pittsburgh Dad thing. Like, I get it. I get the stick. It's like, oh, you know, like he's the suburb Pittsburgh Dad.
yeah,
you know?
Yinzer.
I like a more of like a street Pittsburgh Dad, like the guy that don't fucking come back home to his kids, and you know he's gambling at yesterday's till you
You
know.
want to see
Yeah, he's-
like a Frankie Fiello.
Yeah.
out there. Hey,
Yeah.
Jack.
Yeah, he's down a casino on his ninth Coors Light on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
4:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Just lost $300 now. He's fucking bumming smokes outside of the Riverwalk.
Yeah.
That's the Pittsburgh Dad I want to hug.
Right.
Now that
Yeah.
screams Pittsburgh.
That's a
Day.
character we could do for sure too. While we're down the old, we're gonna have a big day in the North Shore.
We'll be scooting around. All gas, no brakes, America.
Dude, if we just like get our own scoots and like people will be like, other cities have these scooters. Like
Right.
Columbus has them and shit. I've seen them multiple places, but like
Pittsburgh slow to the party.
it's slow to the party, and but if people see us like scooting, they're like, dude, where'd you get that scoot at? Like, it's my own scoot. Relax.
Dude,
Well,
we're
you know
talking
you can't
$400.
borrow-
I mean,
I mean, for $400, we should get
I'll
our own
scoot out
scooter.
here on every Tuesday.
Yeah, that's like a golf bet. You
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, fucking, we might as well have a scooter out of it. I seen this question on Twitter. It was a big debate.
Yeah, I like. I got something.
Do you think it's gay to get a box like for your leftovers?
I just went out Saturday night, and then like whenever like, what do you guys want to do with your leftovers? I look at my girl, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and she gets a box. She'll be like, we'll take 2 boxes.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Why it's like, I don't know. I feel weird when I ask for a box. Like some kind of pussy that couldn't finish my meal, or like, oh, I'm gonna enjoy this later,
Can I
sir.
have one for my pasta and one
Yeah.
for my steak, please?
Anyway, you could box this little cup. I like the
Dude,
dip.
the
I like the
ramekin-
sauce.
the ramekin-
I like
Little
the I'm a sauce.
Dude.
I'm a sauce take home
Dude, do
guy.
you take the bread home, like leftover bread?
yeah,
if
I've
it's
done
on a
that.
table and you got room,
My
yeah.
wife will take everything. home.
Yeah.
She might
Yeah.
take the salt shakers.
Yeah,
over
that's
there.
Johanna's big time on them ramekins. Like any leftover dressing or dips. Yeah.
She's gonna need a lid for.
Yeah, right. She's gonna run that fucking.
And then she's
waitress
gonna
right.
rinse it and throw it in the recycling.
It would be weird though.
So you do think it's gay then?
Yeah, I imagine I can't imagine us being out together and like one of us being like,
No,
hey, can
I would
get a-
never do it.
Can I get
I
a
would
ball? With my
never.
lady, I'll let her.
Right.
Yeah, I can't give her a look like.
Well, that's a major benefit
I'm with
to
my
having
family,
like a girlfriend or a wife because they'll do like they don't give a fuck.
Right.
They'll badger somebody for you.
Oh,
Right.
Rose,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
Rose will.
They're like they're in the game of badgering.
Yeah.
Dude.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
dude.
easy to do with your family there. You can't do it with your boys. Like, hey,
No,
guys, we go to
like,
casino.
like
Yeah.
that's all we ate out every meal. Like there wasn't one time where like
Well, you had your bag hanging
Yeah.
from your scooter.
yeah right like no
I
fucking
mean,
way.
The only time I
Trying to
took
look
stuff,
cool on that scoot.
took stuff to go is like when I was super like down on my luck and it was like an all-you-can-eat buffet and I stuffed a bunch of chicken wings in my fucking in a Ziploc bag and put them in my
remember that.
pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Life wasn't going like the way I expected it to. You know what I mean? I was like, they're like, sir, they're like, you ate 7 buckets of wings. I'm like, I need 1 more.
Yeah,
Dude.
they're like, where are all the
It
bones?
says
at?
all you can eat, right?
Yeah, they did say, "Where's the bones?"
But there was like 10 of us there, so they
Yeah.
couldn't really distinguish.
I remember
until-
like after that trip, we went back to Jaboog's house and like we had all those wings and fucking like dude, like remember like that was like a party house, so like the
Yeah.
floor was gross, dude.
Yeah.
And fucking like someone like dropped like their bag of wings and like fucking oh fuck, I'm about to throw them away. And I'm not gonna name who it was. Just like, oh fuck that, I'll eat them. And like, dude, when I say there was like shrapnel on this, like there was like hairs and like I was just like looking. He was all drunk and he was just eating, and I was like, oh my god, like dude, there is just it looked like he dipped it into garbage.
in like cornflakes.
Yeah, and he came up and he was just wrecking and he ate all of them. And I was like, this was.
Did
like,
he comment like these are good wings?
He was like, he was so drunk. He said, "These are bomb." I'm like, "Yeah, man, Quaker
Like,
steak.
yeah, you're
Like-
flossing at the
like,
same time because
dude.
there's a hair sticking out.
Yeah, you have a good amount of like.
You might have just got hepatitis.
Yeah, I was
C.
gonna say you now have tuberculosis.
Yeah.
There's some type of poop on your wing.
Oh, dude.
It was fucking unbelievable.
All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Are you sick and tired of partying with the same old, and getting the old, boring results? Looking for something maybe different? You need to try Espolon Tequila. 2 shots for a good time, 3 shots you might go get a package, and 4 shots you and your friends are getting on a plane to Vegas. Espolon Tequila, the official tequila of Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Man, the other day I went to the hunting supply store and I got a cooter detector and it goes beep, beep, beep. And I'm driving through the south side. Next thing I know, that thing starts going off like crazy. Beep, 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 beep. It took me right into 12 Whiskey Barbecue at 1222 East Carson Street. Man, that cooter detector is the best thing I ever bought. I ain't never seen so much cooter in my life. When I went in there, I couldn't believe my eyes. I never seen so much cooter. I went in there for the cooter, but then I looked at the menu and the food was delicious. Some of the best barbecue in the burg. Not only that, they had every drink I could ever think of. So 12 Whiskey Barbecues filled with cooter, barbecue, and good drinks at 1222 East Carson Street. Make sure you stop down if you like cooter, barbecue, and drinks. 10-4. Hey, what's going on, everybody? You're probably looking outside your house right now, and it probably looks nice. Well, maybe it looks like shit. If it looks like shit, call 412-521-9045, Rosado & Sons Landscaping. And guess what? We just don't do landscaping. That's right, folks. Do you have some concrete outside? It's looking weathered. Maybe your back deck looks like shit. Are you sick and tired of looking outside and seeing shit? Well, did you know that Rosado & Sons also does pressure washing too and free quotes? So call 412-521-9045. It's very affordable and reliable. Make sure this summer get all your projects done and call Rosado & Sons 412-521-9045. Don't hesitate. You'll be late. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're having car problems right now, there's not really too many places to go that you can trust. One place you can is Meineke Car Care Center, located at 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. They handle everything, not just oil changes, but brakes, maintenance, everything. So if you have car trouble and you need help, make sure you call Meineke Car Care Center, 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. Phone number 412-451-8968, and ask for Arthur. What's going on, everybody? It's almost that time of the year where you got to go get your sidewalks or your steps fixed. And I don't trust a lot of these idiots out here right now. I really don't. Thank goodness Giuseppe and Sons is in the area, and they're always on the job. If you're looking for any type of masonry work this season coming up, please call Giuseppe and Sons, 412-421-6711, and make sure you tell them Rocco sent you, huh? Hey, what's going on, everybody? It looks like spring's right around the corner, and them construction projects are popping up. Well, make sure you call Allen Construction, 412-954-8337. Licensed, insured, fully bonded, and they've been around for over 65 years. Make sure you call Allen Construction, 412-954-8337. Get the job done right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're like me, you probably have appliances in your house. TVs, ovens, dishwashers, microwaves, all types of stuff. That shit's going to break. And when it does, make sure you call Primetime Appliance, 412-896-1395. They deal with all insurance and warranty companies. They do all the work. All you have to do is call 412-896-1395. Primetime Appliance. Give them a call. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. We're about to bring you corn dicks of the week. We're gonna get this started off with Shaq. Send me this one. Tucker Carlson saying that having a child wear a mask is considered child abuse, and that if you would see that child out wearing the mask, being forced to wear it, you should notify the authorities, which means call the police.
Tucker must have been in the airport like this weekend or something, because like he just woke up and was like, I had enough of these fucking masks.
Yeah.
And like the CDC said today, like you don't gotta wear them outside anymore, which is like I don't know anybody that's following Fauci advice or CDC shit at this point anymore. Like fucking.
No. They've been wrong. I mean,
it's insane.
If you're vaccinated, you should probably not have to wear it.
Then
well, you don't anymore.
Right.
You don't have to.
But I mean, you do. But like, if you would,
Yeah.
if right now, if you would still not wear a mask going to a store,
like
but
Austin.
unless you wear like walk around with your somebody's probably gonna say something.
Oh, in a store, yeah, you
Yeah.
absolutely have to. But the CDC actually said that you don't have to wear one like outside today. But in Austin, like it was, Texas was supposed to be wide open. It was like the same as us, dude. You wore a fucking mask when you walked into places. You took it right off. The bars not as much.
Were you allowed?
I didn't hear
stand
any.
at
I
the
didn't
bar?
hear any shit. Oh yeah.
Huh.
I didn't hear any. But you could do that in Pittsburgh now too.
Oh, can you?
Yeah. But I didn't hear any like people talking shit about like not having masks on.
More
or
like a
anything
courtesy at this point.
It's just, but it wasn't bad. But old Tucker's had enough.
He's had enough. So if you see any kids out there wearing masks, call the fucking cops.
He was like, I'm sick of people like. I'm offended, like fucking their mask offends me. And if you see a child with a mask on, you stop them and ask them to take it off. If they don't, you call the police because that's the same as child abuse. Like, I don't know, Tucker.
I would talk to an abused child. I think they'd beg the difference.
We're not a political podcast here at Greenfield's Finest Podcast. We'll make fun of everybody, but like old Tucker flew off the handle a little bit.
Hey, would you rather wear a belt or wear a mask or me hit you with my belt? You know what I mean?
Little different, Tucker.
Yeah.
But everyone's over the mask. People are fucking been sick of it.
Well, I'll tell you what. I noticed, like, we were over in Oakland today, and I think the majority of the people outside, I felt like they were wearing masks still. I didn't even know the CDC.
Is that what you were looking at, Mike?
No. No, I would. Come on, man. My eyes were focused on the road. I didn't notice that there were smoking hot 18-year-old girls walking around everywhere with nothing on.
These kids today, they're like little hippies too. You know what I mean? So they're like
That's them going against the grain. Oh, they don't. Oh, you
They-
don't want me to wear?
I'll
that?
wear a mask fucking till
the day I die.
yeah, I'll wear a mask forever.
People are like,
Boomer, tell me not to
yeah.
wear a mask.
People still like cross
Now
the
it's gonna
street
be a
in Square
map.
Hill. If like they're walking down, they see you there, they'll like walk around like into the street, and like I'm
Yeah,
kind of
it's-
okay with that.
Whatever, yeah, stay the fuck away from
Yeah,
me.
right.
Do whatever you want to do.
Usually before
It's
the
the
mask
same-
thing, they would walk through like a pile of dust that I'm like blowing and like look at me like I'm crazy now.
Yeah, walk up on your ankles.
Right.
Fucking, it's just like any other thing in life that I don't give a fuck. Just don't bother me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
You
if
do what
if
you want
wearing
to do.
a mask
Don't bother me.
keeps you away from me, I'll wear the.
You want to wear that
mask.
face shield in your car all by yourself? You do it.
Be as weird as you want. Who
Yeah.
gives a fuck?
Yeah.
You can fuck with that mask on for all I care.
Yeah. Right.
Just don't bother me.
because I don't care.
Yeah, right.
You look like you're about to start welding in your car, but what you want?
Yeah, you got to be sweating to death, but whatever.
Hey man,
You are, not me.
Do
You
you.
are.
Yeah.
If you're rolling solo in the car and you got a mask on, there's a fucking screw loose.
Oh, the
Yeah.
fucking asshole next to me. Fucking, he was like, do you believe they made me take off this fucking mask to put on this one that doesn't even work? Blah, blah, blah. And he had a respirator. And I was like, bro, like, you have a respirator on an airport. It's a little weird looking.
what are you painting?
Yeah. And
You removing asbestos?
yeah.
Sandblasting
And he was,
something?
so then he starts like taking the respirator apart. I was like, buddy, like to show me like how a respirator works. I was like, I used to be an industrial painter. Like, I'm all up on the respirator talk.
That probably opened up a whole can of beans.
And then he was like, yeah,
certified.
but like, look at this one. And there was a little trap door. And he's like, there's a filter behind this. And I'm like, show me some more memes, my man. Like, this
Oh, it's the same guy.
same guy. Dude, I'm telling you, it was a
Talk about everything.
it was a 45-minute flight, but we sat on the fucking tarmac for 45 fucking minutes.
Oh God.
I didn't even I didn't get a headphone in. He didn't shut up the whole fucking time.
See, that's it.
Texas football got a major fucking running back apparently. Like I said, I could tell you about his kids.
You a
fucking
fake,
show
fake
his
piss.
wife.
A fake piss is next time to move, and then come back with your headphones in. That's the only thing.
Dude, I tried the fake sleep. Dude, the one-word answers and the lack of eye contact
Yeah.
should be enough.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
like that's enough. Like you're bothering me.
Body language should tell the
Yeah, I'm not
story, yeah.
into it. I'm not asking you any other questions. I'm not like fucking like, oh man, like I'm 30. I offered up almost zero information about myself until he asked me what I did and like, what are you gonna do there?
Yeah.
Dude, me and your brother were on a trip we were on a flight back from Vegas, and for some reason, it's me and Joe, and like that's a 4-hour flight, and dude, so we just chat the whole like fucking time.
That's fine. You guys known each other
Right.
forever.
We chatted so much, the dude behind us was like, you know what I mean? He was like, we were like, is this dude like,
Is he? Yeah,
is he like
is
trying
he
to tell us
shushing
to
us?
pipe down? Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh yeah, dude, just kept it. Like, who knows? Like, we touched on everything throughout the world.
4-hour
flight, yeah.
All right, if people were talking to each other that know each other, whatever. All right, I sat in front of a lady going to Vegas the one time, and when I say she talked the whole entire time, 4-hour flight to strangers that barely said, like probably less than I said back to this guy that was bothering me. I can't even remember like them talking. That's how much she talked. Me, Junior, and Twitch are all fucking sleeping because we all worked all night and we were going the next. We went from the bar to the airport. So we're all I had tray tables down, fucking head down, like skull sleeping.
Yeah.
Fucking, this lady is going on and on and on, and then she was like, "And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to drink." Had this whole crazy story how she wanted to drink when she was in Las Vegas, and like as she said, like, "And I forgot to drink," all three of our heads popped up. Like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I thought Junior was gonna rip her head off,
I can see that.
and like it was well deserved. Like you.
What'd she say to that?
She
She was shook.
Yeah, she was terrible. She had three people, grown men, just turn around and look at her because out of like disgust because it was insane. It was enough. Like she pushed us to the limit.
Especially Junior's probably fucking.
Yeah, and like like it's like I said, if it's one thing if like and they know each other, but like, dude, these other you're bothering these
You're
other people too.
pestering everyone.
You're pestering the whole section. Shut the fuck up. Listen to a podcast. Here, I have one for you. It's funny as hell.
Oh, dude, speaking of funny as hell, dude,
I don't know if this is funny as hell.
This is fucking nuts. So a group of dudes went to the wake of a dude that they had so-called beef with, and they had beef.
A crowded funeral.
A crowded funeral. So there's not like, I'd say there was like 8 dudes I seen carrying it
Yeah.
out. So 8 dudes roll in there, take the casket of the dude they're beefing with, and take it out of the funeral home.
Like they stole the body. There's a video of like them walking in and like you could see them and they're all out of control and they're making all these like I think there might
Hand
be
gestures.
hand gestures, probably gang signs. Who the fuck knows? But fucking and then like you could just like see people starting to scatter and like they close this casket up and they literally just leave the funeral home with this casket. And I don't know what the fuck
I was
happened.
about
No
to
one
say, what
knows.
happened after
There's
that?
no follow-up. Like,
Yeah,
there's no follow-up.
there was nothing after the video. It wasn't like
Where do you go from there?
What do you do with that?
Yeah, what are you gonna do with the body?
Obviously, don't fuck with the dudes.
I'm gonna say
Right,
this.
oh yeah, if like the people didn't like do anything to stop them, like they must be some bad
Dude, if
motherfuckers.
someone like
The
comes
casket was nice. It was white and had a little
Yeah.
window on it.
and a window.
you have to like like if someone comes and like takes your friend or your brother that they probably had something to do with killing,
Right.
fucking I mean you have to kill them, right? I don't know what you do in that
Probably,
situation.
you probably have to try to stop them first.
Yeah.
There. That would
And, like,
be, that'd
you-
be move one.
they
But they're probably gonna shoot
I
you,
think
too.
but I think like yeah, I think that because people were like went out running, so I'm thinking there was probably a gun pulled at some point because people just don't run for no fucking
Right.
reason.
run from a
At,
funeral.
at a
home.
funeral home, yeah.
And like you could get caught off guard. Like that's the last thing in the world you're
Right.
expecting someone to steal the casket and take
That's
it.
some fucking.
Like, what do they
crazy
just like
shit.
take it to like the walk that they're from and just like post up with this dude and like who knows what they do? All kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah, like
Wait,
the old
what-
West. They
What
sat
part
them
of
up
town
for-
was this from?
I
Is this
honestly-
like-
they don't
Is this the
say.
Yeah,
dirty
it's-
South?
If I had to guess, yes.
Dirty South.
Yeah, it looked like there was a lot of like white tees and shit like that. But I mean, we wear white tees up here. I don't know. I mean that's probably a good guess, but it
Probably
was
not to the funeral home. Well,
no. I mean, you never know.
couple guys,
I've seen some crazy shit.
Yeah.
in Canada funeral
couple
homes.
jerseys.
Yep.
Yeah,
Dudes
absolutely.
I'd rather someone like just get off work and come in their work clothes
Yeah.
than come in like fucking in like a jersey or like jeans or some crazy
Yeah.
shit like that. Because at least like it's a time thing.
Yeah.
Like you wanted to make sure you got here and like
Right.
fucking,
Yeah, you didn't come from your house with pajama
Yeah,
pants
you
and
didn't.
a hoodie on.
Yeah, you didn't. Right, correct. Yeah, you didn't shower and throw on like a Nietzsche hoodie from fucking 9 years ago and come to my funeral. If I thought, dude, I've said this a million times. I have strict dress codes at my funeral if I go young. My mom, my brother, everyone knows like what to enforce. So I mean, don't come to my shit with jeans on. I'll tell you that because you ain't getting in.
This next one is just a fucking. This is a great story. I can relate to this lady. She was buying crack, and
This
then
story made me think of you.
yeah, she was buying crack. That's what made him think of me. And then she called the cops because it was plaster. I can vouch for this woman. I've purchased fake crack before.
Pretty pissed.
Did you call the police?
No, I didn't call the police. But I was just like, it was rock salt. You know what I mean? I'm like, but like your crackhead mind still tells you like, let's just try to smoke it anyway.
It was just all rock salt.
It was just one piece of rock salt.
How'd that feel?
Well, it didn't get me high, and then like
I would imagine that tasted pretty weird.
it tasted
That'll
terrible.
dry your out.
And then the thing was, I smoked that rock salt,
Salt life.
and then like it fell on the floor, and then I looked for it.
No, it was rock salt.
No, it was dude. When you smoke crack, I'm gonna tell you right now. When you smoke crack, you lose your mind. There's no worse drug. I mean, I get it. There's some drugs that take out more, but crack instantly makes you a maniac. You got people carpet surfing. Like I've seen dudes smoking drywall that they just seen someone punch a hole in the wall. I'm like, dude, you know he punched a hole in the wall.
Yeah, you know that's
2 hours ago when we ran out of crack the first time. Like that's definitely fucking drywall. And the dude's like, you know what I mean? Like he's here like, nah, dude, I dropped. Like we only bought $30 worth of crack. There's not that much crack left. I mean, it's gone. It's gone.
We
That's
do
it.
we do crack every day. Like there's not spare crack lying around.
Right,
Right.
Did you leave any crack in the in the crisper?
Yeah, right. Do you have any crack left over? Like no one
Yeah.
ever says yes.
That is like the one drug. Like I could say, people don't like call each other up. Like, hey, I got some crack. You want to hang out? Like, there's no sharing with crack.
But the lady in the video like bought the fake crack, or bought the fake crack, called the police, and then the lady she said that sold her the fake crack. She was like, I don't know what the fuck this chick's talking about. She came up. We just moved here. They used to sell out of this house. Fucking, like, we don't sell crack here. Like we're not in. Like that's not who we are. Like I'm a prostitute, and she said she was a prostitute, like she was a doctor.
She's like, bitch, I've been hoeing.
Yeah, like she was like, I don't sell crack.
I
I'm
sell
a
pussy.
I'm a prostitute, and like she just looked directly into like this cop's eye, and I'm like, the world is fucking nuts.
This is a strange place we live in.
This is fucking bananas. Like this lady fucking bought some fake crack, wanted some real crack, called the police, and she's like badgering the police officer. And then the officer goes to interview the lady that supposedly sold the fake crack. And she said, I would never do anything like that because I'm a prostitute.
Yeah, I make enough money.
That's the crazy thing. Like in my head, I'm like, there's a point. What did she think the end result? Did she think that the police were going to get the crack? Like, all right, give us the real crack.
Yeah, like,
Here you
listen. She gave you $20. Give her 20 rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's be fair.
Here you go, ma'am.
Yeah, I don't even know what you do because you don't. If you're the cop, you don't want to arrest anybody either because it's just a waste of fucking time.
That's a lot of
For
paperwork.
what?
A lot
You
of paper.
can't, I don't
Yeah.
even know.
You
I mean,
couldn't arrest
there's
yeah.
a charge for selling fake crack, but it's like a
You gotta prove
misdemeanor.
it though. you know?
Right. I mean, you got a crackhead saying that a prostitute selling fake crack. You know what I mean? It's just
I don't think you're gonna crack that case.
yeah. Sounds like a hairy situation.
No doubt.
Oh man.
Little brother in arms.
Yeah. Let's get to the brother in arms.
All the Joshes got together to fight each other to see who the top Josh is.
That was a great video.
I mean, that's some nerd white shit.
It is some nerd white shit, but it was a funny ass video.
It was. Did
bunch
you
of-
see that?
No.
So like,
Not a clue.
dude got on face. I don't know what. Do you know what area that was? I didn't do.
No.
I don't, anyway, fucking got all these Joshes together. Like hit them up on Facebook and like fucking put them in like a super like group chat on Facebook, and they like he was like, at this date, at this time, at these coordinates, fucking we're gonna have a fight to see who the top Josh is.
Yeah.
And there was like hundreds of them there.
Really?
Yeah, and they all had like noodles, and they were all like smacking the shit
They're
out of
beating
each other.
beating their ass with
With
noodles.
noodles, yeah.
Dude, I got put in a Jack group on Facebook like years ago.
To see who the top Jack was.
No, they never offered a challenge. It was just like a bunch of Jack Welshes like together. And I'm like, dude, get me the fuck out. I hate you. I fucking hate Facebook. Like, no one asked for this. Like, fucking, what's happening?
Jack
What do you think?
No, it wasn't even just Jack. It was Jack Welshes. I was like, this is
A
strange.
lot of you guys.
There's a
are.
bunch
yeah.
of you.
Yeah, I mean, go on Facebook and try to get all the John Rosados together. You'll be able to get 30 or 40, I bet.
Dude, yeah, like the Rosado clans around the world are like, you ever get that? Like people with just your last name are like hitting you up. Like,
Yeah, like, get out of here, stranger.
Yeah, I got friends in like Venezuela that are shorties.
Yeah. But yeah, it was funny. The top Joshes were just smacking the shit out of each other with pool noodles.
They had,
did someone
they had
win?
costumes on too. The video didn't. They didn't
Yeah, the
declare
vid-
winning it.
That's what they probably should have. But
Yeah.
I didn't see like they weren't following regular LARPing rules. That's for sure.
They were just kind
They
of
were
going
just
ham.
smacking. They were just like, smacking the shit out of each other with a pool noodle.
I thought you meant a real fight when you first said it. I
No.
didn't realize it was some LARP.
Yeah, but our other brother Norms, dude, DMX having his casket taken through the. I mean, dude,
Nobody
on,
was
a
taking-
monster, on a monster truck.
Nobody's taking DMX's casket. I'll
No.
tell you that.
yeah, right.
It was on a monster truck.
Yeah,
put it,
with
like,
all the Rough Riders
With
around it.
thousands of like Rough Riders
Yeah,
behind
I
them.
seen that.
Yeah.
That was crazy looking.
I mean, that was
That's pretty
fucking
sweet.
cool.
That was pretty. No, am I wrong? That's pretty late. Or did this happen like
I
a week
could've-
ago?
The video
No,
could
no,
have
no.
came out later than.
Dude, I think
Okay.
I don't think it did. I think it was just like they were hanging on forever to have this service.
Right, 'cause that's a couple weeks now.
It's crazy, and I feel like I've noticed that like a lot lately. I don't know if that's like I don't know with like famous people dying, like their shipping like way late. I don't know what the
Well,
fuck they
you know
do
what?
with them.
So since he died, he probably like did
the-
some kind of like toxicology.
Yeah,
or,
they did
or
an autopsy and
and
shit like
that.
that.
That takes time. Plus,
Yeah,
we-
but
you
not
know,
2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Wait a minute,
they're
they
waiting for a good Saturday too.
They put
John.
him on
Right,
ice.
I guess.
They fucking did it though. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, that
looking.
was pretty cool.
You
All
got
through
on a
the-
monster
all through the
truck.
Bronx,
Yeah, I mean, that's badass.
Yeah. that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I mean, that's it right there.
playing like where the just blasting where the hood at,
Yeah.
rolling around the monster truck.
With like 700 dudes behind you,
Yeah,
you're doing all right.
That'll give you
need that.
goosebumps.
Yeah.
yeah. Take me down Greenfield Avenue in a monster truck.
On a
Bunch
scooter.
of scooters behind you.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. Dude,
Oh,
if
man.
I get a scoot gang together, shit's gonna get real this summer.
I think you
So everybody's
should.
battery dies.
You got to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can only get
That's
like
what-
1.2 miles, and then you're like, fuck.
I
You
think
gotta
those.
stop.
I don't know. I think they got a nice battery life.
I mean, I would think you'd have to be able to go at least 10 miles, especially with them people renting them and shit. Probably
Dude, you
10
go-
miles.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was a little more than that.
A lot of hills in Pittsburgh might drain that battery.
Yeah, that's the one thing about Austin. Like, dude, you could get to like one part of the town to another in like fucking minutes, and it was just all flat and.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, you got Mount Washington.
You
you're
go down
fucking
Lydia
done.
on that scooter, dude. That shit might, them brakes give out.
That
You're
might be
fucked.
all brakes.
Next thing you know, you're looking how to run a monster truck.
Yeah, that's it.
You're fucked.
The next one, we want to jump into that relationship story.
Yeah, man.
So there's a relationship story. A couple went to see a therapist, and somehow it turns out the therapist turned it on them and wanted to actually watch them have sex.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah. Now in that situation, let's say
So they must have been having some type of intimacy issues.
Yes.
And like the therapist was like, "Hey, like for me to really diagnose what's going on here, I'm gonna have to watch you guys fuck."
That makes sense to me. You know, don't tell it to me. Just show it. It makes,
Like,
it's
listen, if
easier.
you're a mechanic, dude, you got to look at the car and figure out, take it for a ride, see how it works.
That's what I mean. So like, I don't know. They probably should.
Yeah, which he's like, let him pound me for a minute. Let me see what he's doing wrong.
Well, you
Yeah.
know what? I see. Come here. Let me show you something here.
would
Be-
you be open for something like that?
As long as it's not a guy therapist.
No, it's, like in the story, it's female.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Every porno I've watched in the past week has started like that.
Yeah. If they're like surely, if
It's a great premises for
Yeah.
porn.
Yeah.
It's made for it.
so they're like sure. All right, Anthony, pull it out, and you pull out your little hooded guy.
My little unit, yeah. I'll be like, this is what I'm working with. She'll be like, all right, well, how do you use it? I'm like, well, I'm not very good at describing things. I'm gonna have to show you.
Would you try to put on a show because you got a spectator like go ham?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be looking back at her while I'm doing it.
You know that, right?
One,
High-fiving her.
you got to take a Cialis.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
make sure you teach everybody there a lesson.
Yeah.
And you got to go over drinks and apps before or something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta go in
let's
there
get a light meal on us,
fully
about
charged.
6 or 7 Tito's and soda. Cialis up.
Yeah.
If you want to do
Maybe a little tutor?
Do a bump?
Yeah,
Yeah, if I can get
maybe a
him
little
started.
Adderall. Nice little Saturday night. And then we could get a little. Then you could.
Then you can
Then
yeah.
you could diagnose us, doc. But
I'm
like
ready.
right now on your couch, fucking on a Tuesday afternoon, you kind of seem like a pervert.
Yeah, you're
Right.
creeping me out a little bit, but can we do this again next week?
Like catch me like Saturday at like 9:30, and then like okay, we could get into some shit.
Yeah. Do you have any extra sessions open?
How crazy that would be! Like if you just turned into like you going to bang your therapist in your wife like all the time.
That would be so. I mean, it'd be-
Hey, it's a hell of a way to
It
get you to
sounds
go
like
to therapy.
it seems like great at first until like they become like besties
And
and
they're
they're
both
and
bitching
they're
at you.
ganging up on you.
You got to go to another therapist.
Yeah, and you
they start-
try to fuck her and you're in jail.
they
Next
start-
thing you know, you're
Yeah.
fucking Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
they started saying shit like, maybe you should have took 2 Cialis this week.
Yeah, you fucking go into the new therapist office and start taking off your pants, and she calls the police immediately.
Yeah, that can make things.
Like,
look
what?
weird.
This isn't cool? Like, no, psycho.
Well, last therapist.
You've
one
been,
is-
yeah, she sexually assaulted you.
Yeah, what's her
and you
name?
were just
She's
down-
not even a
Yeah,
doctor.
you were just down for it.
She's a patient.
Yeah. She works at Kogo's. Should I get you guys anything? You're the freak motherfucker, ain't you, Jules?
But let me show you.
Oh, man. We better take a quick commercial break. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back with more Greenfield podcast. Are you in the market right now for buying a house? Maybe in the market for selling a house. Have you heard about Carlson & Associates Real Estate Services? If you haven't, maybe you should check them out. They're located right here locally in Pittsburgh at 106 South 18th Street in Southside. A lot of people think that they only service the Southside, but that's not true. They handle all the Pittsburgh area, and they also handle property management too. So if you're looking for a good real estate company that's locally owned and locally ran, call Carlson & Associates Real Estate Services at 412-431-1718. That's 412-431-1718. And tell them Z-Bird sent you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I don't know if you've ever had a problem like me, but if you've ever stuck your dick in a light socket, you're probably going to need an electrician. Well, good thing Greenfield's Finest Podcast has Plug Electric as our official electricians of the Greenfield Finest Podcast. If you're looking for a good electrician, contact Plug Electric. Ask for Vance Hall. Phone number 412-298-6770. That's 412-298-6770. And stop sticking your dick in the light socket. Hey, if you're looking for a fun night out in the South Side and you don't want to get punched in the face, check out Finn McCool's at 1501 Carson Street. Go there, have a good time, and don't get punched in the face. Finn McCool's, 1501 Carson Street, and tell them Z-Bird sent you. Oh, man, I don't know if you guys have ever felt like this, but I woke up this morning and my toilet's running. I can't get it to stop running. My water bill last month was double. I didn't know what to do. Thank goodness for Niscatch Plumbing. I called them, they were there right away and took care of the problem, and it didn't cost me hardly anything. They're registered master plumbers and fully insured. That's Niscatch Plumbing. Phone number 412-337-4047. 412-337-4047. Thank you, Niscatch Plumbing. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. We're going to get kicked off with Gear Grinders, but before we do that, we have a special announcement to make. Greenfield School invites you to join them this Friday, April 30th, between 7:30 and 9 a.m. for the Raborchek Family Drive-Thru Donut Fundraiser. The fundraiser is to support the Raborchek family. They exemplify the community spirit of Greenfield. They were instrumental in the free lunch program for the children in our community during the pandemic. Also, during the pandemic, he helped his restaurant prepare meals for hospital staff, first responders, also helped local food banks stock food. He also volunteers at Greenfield School, GBA, St. John's, Down the Run, Meals on Wheels, and the unfortunate reason for this is Chris Raborchek has been diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. Chris exemplifies what Greenfield's supposed to be, and they sure could use our help. And that was like a lot right there. So come get a donut for $1. All the donations and gift cards will also be accepted. Drive through or walk up. Zone 4 police officers will be present to help the cause. And that's it. So it's this Friday between 7:30 and 9 to help Chris Raborchek's family. Yes, stage 4 cancer. Listens to the podcast. Just overall great person.
Yeah, real good dude.
Real good dude. So
That's a shame.
yeah.
What and it's at Greenfield School?
It's at Greenfield School.
Oh, that's good.
So it's 7:39. Shoot down there before you head to work, guys, and pick up a couple donuts. So, all right, Rosaldo, what's grinding your gears?
It's funny you mentioned donuts.
You're a big donut guy, aren't you?
I'm a big donut guy. Saturdays for donuts. You go get the kids. But, dude, sorry I'm at to steal this off you, Shuley. But Rosa, with a really nice gesture, picks up a dozen donuts for my kids. I'm working Saturday, but she stops over, brings over a dozen donuts. And you have a choice when you go there when you get a dozen. You either pick your own or you let them pick them. And
Yeah.
she let them pick. And
Did you get a whole bunch of blueberry
a whole bunch
glaze?
of bullshit. You know what I mean?
Custard.
Dude, every donut no one else wants is what's going in that
yeah,
dozen.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
She
just
hit you.
terrible.
dude, like the blueberry, like the plain one.
The
Like
blueberry's actually kind of fun.
I like the blueberry,
Yeah,
but
but
like
I get
you're bringing it there. Like
yeah,
like about 5 little girls, they want chocolate with sprinkles.
Yeah.
So do I.
You could have got 12 chocolate with sprinkles.
Yeah.
Home
And
run.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
so
jelly. Do you like the jelly donut?
I mean, I do, but
do
like
too. I like
yeah,
any donut,
Yeah,
really.
right.
I
but
like
that's-
that. I even like the maple donut.
Kids don't. Yeah, the maple donut's fire.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
It is.
But yeah, kids fucking no, they want the chocolate with sprinkles.
Right, I
So
just
did they snap out? Like, what is this garbage? If they're used
They were
to
like, "Where's the chocolate with sprinkles?" There was like one donut with chocolates. They had to like fight over it.
yeah.
Rose like they're all lot.
Yeah, they're all hot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, but you don't want to leave your faith your fate in the hands of the employees at Dunkin' Donuts. You know what I mean?
No.
Pick your own.
But it in Rose's defense, it is weird when you go through like the drive-through
Right.
and you
Can't
gotta
see it.
and you can't see it, and they have
That's hard.
and
there.
they should have a fucking key and a diagram
Right.
with like the picture of the donut and what Dunkin' calls it. Because if you're trying to get like all right, I want a vanilla cake with fucking chocolate icing.
Right.
But then if you want like a double chocolate,
if
like,
they're
you
out,
know what I mean?
then
Yeah,
if
then
they're
you're out
out,
of
like,
this.
yeah.
Like, dude, let's.
Yeah, technology's pretty far ahead.
Right,
We should
Dun-
have some kind of screen there.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to like read off all 12 donuts that I want to you. Like, we should make this a little easier.
We don't have any.
Yeah,
we
one
don't
day
have
out of the
any.
week, that whole drive-thru is usually shut down, so I don't think they could handle that over there. But maybe somewhere
They
else.
need to
yeah.
take a little piece out of Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, I went past the Chick-fil-A today. They had little people in like plastic huts.
Little
In it-
people?
Well, people in
Oh.
the.
I thought you meant little people.
They're called
Yeah.
midgets, Mike.
The one in Robinson's insane. But yeah, if they had like people walking around with like an iPad and be like, okay, you want, and then you could just like talk to them,
Yeah.
like, dude, I want, you know which ones I want. I want the blueberry.
Or let
one
me
with
see
the
a
fucking-
picture
Dude,
of it.
that's
right.
That's the reason. Like, I'll go in. Every
You got to
time
go. You have to go in
to pick my.
Yeah, you
donut.
have to.
Yeah, but you know,
'Cause it's impossible over like fucking when you can't see what the fuck they got.
right. I usually make it pretty easy on them. Like, give me 8 chocolate with sprinkles, 2 sour cream, and like 2 double
Two
chocolates.
sour cream. What's that?
It's like a glaze, but it's like a thicker glaze.
Huh.
Yeah, it's Johanna's favorite. And then it became like the kids' favorite, so now I had to skew
Yeah,
to like
you have to
6
change.
and 4.
You have
and
to change
then,
the averages
yeah.
around.
Then I get myself a Boston cream pie,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
a good
some.
one.
Then
Yeah.
like if I don't get to it quick enough, the kids just eat the chocolate off the top of it and just
Yeah,
pisses
it
me
just
off.
it just spit and like chocolate. My kids will lick the chocolate off every.
Or just it'll
goddamn
just be
donut.
finger fucked the whole way around.
You gotta teach these kids fucking donut etiquette.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
there's none.
none. There's zero when it comes to kids and donuts.
I'd be
bro.
fucking furious
baby
if
crack.
fucking I bought 12 donuts and like someone
Didn't get
fucked
one of
with the
them.
one that I wanted.
Dude,
That's
one-
why you gotta buy
I
two.
guess kids.
Dude, the one day one of Johanna's friends came over and there's like 3 donuts in there, and she's like, "Is there like a specific one I can't eat?" And I didn't want to be like, "Don't touch that fucking Boston cream," but I was like, "No, whichever one you want."
She went for the Boston
She
cream.
fucking shoved it right in her face.
You
I'm
should have
like,
slapped it out of her
"Oh,
hand.
my
Yeah.
God."
Don't go to people's houses and take their donuts.
Especially the best one in the box.
You
man.
know
Have
with
some
that
truth.
special one, you know what I mean?
Yeah, have
Yeah,
some
you know what
truth.
the best, what the two dry, the sugar and the glaze that are still as fuck, or this
those
Boston.
are all yours.
Yeah, have at it.
Yeah.
Eat them both.
Yeah, leave the Boston
fucking
cream
touch
for me.
that.
Right.
Let's smoke this weed and fucking pound that.
Isn't that the worst when you're like you have your heart set
Fuck,
on
I want a
something? and
Boston
you go,
cream
Yeah,
donut
no, I'm
right
gonna,
now.
Yeah, no, there's no way I don't fucking stop and get donuts. That's the hardest part of this fucking vegan. When I say vegan, I do it in quotation marks because I cannot, like, the dairy is just impossible.
Yeah.
It's just by far though. The meat it's been super easy, not an issue at all. The cheese and like the desserts,
Yeah.
that's where I'm losing the battle at.
Yeah. Cheese, that gotta be.
Like
yeah.
eggs, I'm having no problem eating. I eggs, eggs gross me out at this point for some reason. And like I said, the meat's way easier than I thought it was. But like, man, I had so many cakes and pies this weekend. It was insane.
You still have
Did
like a
you-
lot of energy without meat.
Yeah, ton. Get it all. I'm powered by plants, John.
All right. I'm just asking.
Powered by plants.
You're a cheese guy too. I'm a big cheese guy.
Gee,
Like,
Well,
I'm-
T-bird,
I'm- see,
extra-
that's like the thing. I'm not a huge cheese guy. I'm a huge pizza guy. What makes me a cheese guy?
Do you like
Yeah.
extra cheese?
No,
Z-bird does.
no, I don't like extra cheese.
Z-bird
I do.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if there's extra cheese on a pizza, I won't be like, there's too much cheese on this
You
pizza.
looked at me like I had leprosy. You were like, I don't like extra cheese.
I think. I mean, I don't know. Do you need extra cheese on a pizza?
I enjoy it. You know
Some
what I
people
mean?
are
That's
pretty
pretty much like I said. I don't like it. If it doesn't
Dude,
bother me.
he got
that's what you
extra
wanna do.
cheese at Beato's one time. I never
That's
seen so
just
much cheese on a
crazy.
pizza.
Yeah, what are you doing there? How much did that fucking box of pizza
He
weigh?
didn't shit for a week. I don't think.
42 pounds,
Yeah. There was just cheese everywhere, dude.
hot, melted, just fucking on the
It
side
was like
in
a little
bags.
cracker with a pound of cheese on it.
Oh, it was fire.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, I just remember. I didn't really have a gear grinder. Now I remember one that grabbed my gears yesterday. It's gonna be a fucking DC. I'm gonna do it right now. So we all had 3 different flights for whatever different. Everybody had credits they had to use because shit got canceled and everything. So none of us traveled together. There was 5 of us there. None of us were on the same fucking flight. So we're adults. Get yourself to the fucking airport.
Yeah.
I land. The way there I had all kinds of fucking issues. It took forever. The way back wasn't as bad, but I still sat on the tarmac for like 45 minutes after we landed in Pittsburgh, which is the worst feeling ever.
Yeah.
Once you land, you can't get like to the gate.
Yeah, you're anxious.
Yeah,
You're
it's
like,
fucking terrible. And then this fucking fat lady, I don't know why it's always a fat lady, but it always fucking is, We're deplaning. She stands up 15 minutes too early and starts like jipping people. And I didn't have an aisle seat because like not on my watch. You know what I mean? Like if I'm sitting on the aisle, like I'm regulating that aisle. Like you're not like there's a system here. And like everybody hates deplaning. It's been a gear grinder before, but like this lady was just like blowing past people. So I like the person that was like sitting in our aisle. I like gave him a little nudge, like, dude, pop up, like, come on, like, we gotta like stop this, and he was too much of a pussy to do it.
Did you do it?
So I would know I was in the middle seat. How am I
You
gonna?
should have
do
jumped over and put your nut in his
Yeah,
face
just
and
fucking-
stop that lady.
it? So like once one person does it, another asshole
Everybody
follows,
should
and
do it.
she was like punking people, and I'm like, dude, this is insane. So like that was annoying. So then fucking Deese calls me, and he was like, hey, any chance you're still in the airport? I was like, yeah, I actually am. I sat on the fuck because he was landing like after me, and he was like, dude, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get an Uber. Can you like ride me home? I was going to North Hills from the airport. I had to ride Deese all the way to fucking Lincoln Place because he can't figure out how to get himself to the airport as a fucking adult. Fucking drive him all the way to LP, all the way back to North Hills. So airport, LP, North Hills.
You were in a car for like an hour and a half.
After I was traveling all fucking day.
Oh, man.
Like, dude, figure it out. It's not my problem. And if we had like an agreement to like fucking like, all right, this is like how I'm gonna get you home. Okay, but when I saw his name pop up, and I'm like, fuck, I'm about to leave this dude.
You should have been like,
And I was
yeah,
like,
you should have told him like, nah, I'm out of here,
He
man.
could hear I was still there.
fuck.
I was at the fucking baggage claim. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It didn't even start yet.
You're like, oh, the radio's the number. I can't turn it down. It's
Yeah.
so
Was
loud.
he-
Was he
dude-
delayed on the tarmac?
No, he did get there before I even got my bag, so that was good. But like anybody that knows Deese, like he'll have you sitting around like fuck for hours, like fucking like an asshole. Fucking. But he got there, so then I had to drive all the way. Like, dude, but we're adults.
Well,
Like,
come
what
on,
the-
man.
Don't put your airport burdens on me. I figured it out. Like you figure it out. Like, why don't you bring your car?
Yeah.
Where's your
Costs
car? at?
$8 a
It's
day.
$8, and that's enough. Spit another gear grinder.
Yeah.
Fucking $8 a day. Fucking perfect. It's the perfect price. Like when you go in extended stay, you used to be able to like get pretty close, and like if you got lucky, you could get fucking right up her. They switched it all around,
Yeah.
dude.
Now
Now
they're
that
like next to the Parkway, dude.
you might as well be in Robinson.
Yeah.
Fucking, you're literally by the gas station.
Yes,
Fucking-
yeah.
They
yeah.
push all the extended stay all the way back.
So you got to walk
now
a
you
mile
feel
to get to the end.
now
of
you
the
feel like a
fucking thing.
real fucking peasant because you're fucking walking fucking from like you figure from like the baggage claim to like where
The
I was
gas
in like the
station.
last fucking row. It was probably a mile and a half walk.
Oh yeah, and then sometimes those moving sidewalks ain't working, so you're
Yeah.
walking that whole fucking tunnel.
When those things aren't working, that tunnel's insane.
Oh my God, is it so long?
We were talking about that. What do you think that tunnel is? You think that's a quarter mile?
It got to be damn near. a
It
fucking,
got to be close. I would say
half
close. I
mile,
would say
dude.
closer to. I don't think it's a full half mile, but I think it's probably close.
We're gonna have to Google that. That's a long fucking.
That's
walk.
fucking far. I mean,
The
like
one
you
time
said, if
we
those
came-
escalators ain't working,
We came back from like Florida or something, and me and my daughters and my wife, and my kids are like little, they're in strollers. I'm pushing 2 strollers. I got like fucking suitcases all over me. Rose is dragging shit. It's snowing outside. I'm like,
Ugh.
oh my God, do I want to put a bullet in my head right now? You know what I mean? Then you get to the car, and you're like, okay, great. Let me go see how much I owe. Oh, $86?
Yeah.
Great.
Cool. Out there to spend money all weekend.
Right.
I'll
I
tell-
just want to go home and smoke a joint.
I'll tell you what, the amount of money that you don't spend when you don't drink is like insane,
Oh, I wouldn't know.
dude. It was weird how much money I didn't spend.
Yeah, not drinking is one thing.
Or
but
eating
try
meat.
Yeah.
not smoking.
Well, I was
crack.
You save a ton of money.
I
on
wasn't
smoking
gonna be
crack.
the cheap piece of shit. Like, I'm not like fucking.
Did you throw a buy around here and there?
Well, no, I don't even know if I bought a round, but like we would just throw our credit cards in and like just split it 4 ways. So like, all right, but like they definitely got over on me there, those motherfuckers. But yeah, just the airport in general just brings up so many gear grinders. This fucking one lady had like like those bag of small peppers, like like just regular
Yeah,
like
like the
red,
orange
orange
and red,
peppers,
yeah,
like those
yeah.
little mini bags they sell. Lady was just eating them. Had a bag, brought a bag to the airport and was like eating one, like even like gnawing on it like it was an apple to like avoid the seeds. Just eating peppers. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck's going on?
She was a
What
white.
the fuck's going on here?
She was a white.
Yeah,
for
she,
sure.
absolutely. Wait,
I
like,
can tell.
and it's not like you're eating like some crazy beneficial food that you need to get in your system. Like, why are you eating peppers like this?
She
lady?"
wanted everyone to see her eating.
Look
She
how
wanted to know
healthy
that-
I am.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. She wanted people to see that that's how she lives her life, by just walking around eating vegetables all day.
Yeah, right.
You're like,
Fucking
that's
psycho.
insane.
It is insane.
If I can do it, you can do it.
Psychopath.
The airport. Figure in the world of Ubers and fucking cars.
Scoots.
Figure out a way to get to the airport.
The Ubers right now, they said it's hard to get one.
You sound like DC now.
Surely what's grinding your gears.
Oh man. So it's me, my kids, and my wife in my house. We got 2 sets of steps, and somehow they managed to put shit on every fucking step. Like every time you try to go up the steps, down the steps, look at the steps, you're gonna trip and break your neck. I don't know if they took out a huge life insurance policy on me. I don't know, but they're trying to kill me.
There was so much shit on my steps when I was like at my parents' house.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, like I just as
See,
you
my
said
mom
that,
would do
my
that.
mom would scream like,
Take
"Get
something
that
up,
yeah,
take something up with you.
Yeah,
What the
right.
fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Rosa does it, and it's just like, oh no, that stays there. Like no, shoes don't belong on
Can't
the
stay on the steps.
Oh, dude, and for a while she was just throwing like dirty clothes down in the basement when my bathroom's under. So I
Clogging the steps.
dude, one time I almost
Dude,
ate shit.
you
I
were-
was ready to like.
Eerily describing the
lose-
Welsh household.
Yeah,
When I was
the
a kid.
Shirley house was the same way.
Yeah.
Dude, and then like Rosa picked it up. I'm like, where the fuck did you get this? This is my fucked up family, not you.
Yeah. Oh man.
Dude, everything's
amount of
covered.
clothes that would be
And
in
now
the
my
basement.
kids do it. Like iPads, fucking, like any kind of little toy.
Yeah.
I mean, dude.
Oh,
Step on
yeah.
one of them, dude. You want to punch them. My kids are 6. I've thought about punching them in the face before for
Dude,
doing
if
that
you
shit.
catch an iPad coming down the steps, you're gonna go flying.
Oh, dude. And the thing is, I'm like,
Like
listen.
those little slippery.
And they got that rubber case on them. You know what I mean? Because my kids are
yeah.
fucking heathens.
I'm thinking a naked iPad.
Yeah, no. I got that big old like
Yeah.
a Goodyear tire
that makes
wrapped
sense.
Dude,
around.
one of my kids threw one of them like weighted balls. You know what I mean? Like people work out with them.
Yeah, yeah.
That
medicine
came,
ball.
dude. That fucking thing came flying down our step.
That would
like
get some momentum.
Dude, it broke like this like little shoe rack, dude. I'm like, who the fuck did that?
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say it broke Gucci's closet. I was like,
Oh shit! That's at the top of the
we'll
steps.
get old Gooch to build you a nice shoe
dude,
rack.
the other side of my closet fell again. Like,
Well, it's
Yeah,
because
all right.
you
dude, you know where I went? Home Depot.
You got a kit.
they sell them there.
They sell them there, yeah.
Yep.
About $1.30.
870 under retail.
Yeah. I got a deal.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh man, my gear grinder this week. So like today, me and Rosal were driving. We're cutting grass. We're on the parkway. This fucking lady is on her phone, but like she's not on her phone like this, like holding it in front of her face. It's not like seeing her. It's attached to her wrist, and it's a big giant phone like mine, and she's like this on her phone, FaceTiming someone while driving. I'm like, you're gonna kill us all,
Yeah.
and people don't care. I hate that shit.
That's the worst.
It grinds my
You're gonna
gears.
kill somebody like doing that. You know what I mean?
She needs to get in a car wreck and die.
Yeah.
Dude, it was crazy. I like, dude, it was like rigged to the back of her wrist.
Yeah, no, people like that. She needs to get. I mean,
They
it
have-
just is what it is.
They have
at this point.
They have the watch. They have the device where you can literally put it like this.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck do you need a wristband to hold a giant phone so you can look at it and FaceTime something? Like, if someone's FaceTiming,
Some people aren't meant to pass a certain age in life, and it sounds like, oh,
Right.
and this lady is fucking one of them.
Dude, but I feel like
she
she's
snuck
gonna
through
take
the-
somebody else out with her.
That's the
though.
problem. That's
definitely
that's
gonna
what
go.
I'm saying. She needs to take her. Someone needs to. She needs to go.
Dude,
She needs to go.
Yeah, but why do you need to FaceTime when you're on the parkway?
Why-
Can't you just do your wireless thing and drive?
John,
the car?
why do you need to FaceTime ever?
That's a good
I
point.
agree.
Ever.
100%.
I'm
We
not
were
a
Very
fucking-
intrusive.
Yeah, very. And I get it. When you have kids and shit, it changes it a little bit, but you still don't need it. We did it for fucking millions
Yeah,
of
if you're
years.
back at your
fucking-
hotel room and you're like, oh, I haven't seen fucking my kid in 2 days. Yeah, hey, what's up?
Okay, yeah, that's
That's a nice.
Or you
That's
get a little weird.
When I'm sitting there hungover and my sister-in-laws are FaceTiming Rosa, it's like, dude, I just want to lay on the fucking couch and,
It's
and
insane.
pretend to die.
No one invite. Like,
Right.
just come over and drive me nuts.
Right. They'll turn the phone to you like, hi, John. I'm like, please don't look at me or talk to me right
Yeah.
I'll tell you the number one FaceTimer in the world, Stutch.
No, no.
Oh.
Every time I see it, it's like Stutch.
Stutchy.
He's like, "What's going on, bird? What are you doing, man? Just figured I'd check in, bro. What's cracking?" I'll be like,
now. You know what he, dude? You know, and he's
I'll hang up.
driving.
I'll hang up and I'll fucking call him back. Why'd you do it, bro? You want to FaceTime? I'm like, no.
Nobody does.
Because he's like, why don't you like the FaceTime? I'm like, because if we're talking, I want to hold my phone up to my ear and I like to walk outside and walk back and forth. I don't want to walk like this.
And like look at you the whole
Yeah,
time.
look at my
Like,
phone. I hate it.
I hate it.
FaceTime.
You don't-
I hate FaceTime.
You know what else I hate is when people like talk they're holding their phone and they talk like in the speakerphone. I'm like, cuz, just throw that shit to your ear.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about your conversation.
I do that shit when I'm by myself.
Right,
Yeah,
if you're in your
right.
If
car
I'm
or
by
whatever,
myself,
okay.
yes.
If you're in the middle of a giant eagle, yeah, it's very
like,
horrible.
what the fuck
Yeah.
is that? Dude?
No, people like that need to go too.
Yeah,
right. Lose all
One
privileges.
big wreck.
Ange had a few ideas to get rid of some people this weekend, and like it wasn't all sounding bad.
Some of it really
There needs
hit
some
home.
some Darwinism that like, needs to
That's
happen.
it. That's it. You need that.
Like when
Cull the herd.
Yeah, when you got assholes driving around with like phone wrists, like fucking,
Yeah,
Dude, insane.
you're on the list to get
yeah,
the
you
fuck
gotta
out of
you
here.
gotta go. I'm not saying you gotta you just gotta go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Whether that be like an island or like fucking an
The
idiot.
afterlife.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this,
Preferably
like, I don't think they sell
preferably
that in
the
the Apple
ground.
store. This was probably like a homemade
Yeah,
thing.
for sure. She got it. Yeah, no
She
doubt.
had rubber bands wrapped around that
Yeah.
motherfucker.
I hate her guts.
She got it. She definitely got it 5 below.
Yeah.
100%.
It was Velcroed on.
Yeah, 100%. All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have more Greenfield's Finest podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Are you sick of your general contractor having sex with your wife? Well, I was too, and that's when I found out about Schaefer Inc. Schaefer Inc.'s primary goal is to deliver unbeatable quality for all your construction needs. They aim to firstly be a company principle-driven, and to achieve this, the importance is ethical business practices. That includes great work and not having sex with your wife. Please check out Schaefer Inc. for all your contracting needs. Give them a call at 412-915-1694. That's 412-915-1694. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're sitting down right now and you're listening to the podcast or watching the podcast, you probably want to order a pizza. And if you do, make sure you order from Capizzuto's Pizza, the official pizza that Greenfield's Finest podcast, located at 422 Greenfield Avenue, phone number 412-521-6570. Mention Greenfield's Finest podcast whenever you call. Me and my wife didn't know what to do. We had a gigantic tree in our backyard that we had to get cut down. I've never done anything like this before. Who was I supposed to call? Luckily, I found Greater Pitt Tree Service, a locally owned and operated company. They came out, got to work, and got it done in a safe manner, and it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. Thank you so much, Greater Pittsburgh Tree Service. And they also do free work for World War II veterans. Please call 412-884-TREE. That's 412-884-TREE. If you're like me, I bet you have the same opinion. Are you sick and tired of smoking hot chicks and delicious chicken wings? Well, I know I am. So if you are too, make sure you stay away from bootleggers over in Oakland at 403 Semple Street. Because all it is delicious chicken wings, cheap drinks, and smoking hot bartenders. That's bootleggers at 403 Semple Street over in Oakland. Over and out. I don't know about you, but I ain't got time to be packing boxes and moving stuff all the way around the tri-state area. I just don't got time for it. But I gotta move. What am I supposed to do? Thank goodness I found out about Miracle Movers. Fully bonded and insured, serving the Tri-County area. And they go long and short distance. I just found out they do commercial delivery too. That's Miracle Movers at 412-419-2620. 412-419-2620. And tell them Z-Bird sent you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm the host of Greenfield's Finest podcast, Michael Z-Bird Zidell, and I'm not joking around today because I'm looking for your sports cards, sports memorabilia, or silver coins. If you're in the market to buy, sell, or trade, please contact me at 724-732-1644. Maybe you have some old cards laying around, you don't know what to do with them. We'll come over your house, look at them, get them listed, and get some money in your pocket right away. 724-732-1644. No questions asked. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest podcast. Just a reminder, if you haven't seen our Facebook or anything lately, I'm going to be doing a comedy show May 29th at JB's Roadside Bar and Grill. If you check out our Facebook page, you'll find out where tickets are available. So May 29th, JB's Roadside Bar and Grill. It's a great lineup. It's like Matt Light, Ray Zawadney, and a few other people. Samantha Bentley. It's going to be a great show.
You gonna be funny?
It's going to be funny as fuck, dude. I got some really good shit lined up.
Do you?
Yeah. Got a few tricks up the old sleeve.
To be determined.
All right.
Oh, thanks for the confidence.
Yeah, haters are gonna
Nah,
hate.
you're
that.
gonna do great.
Yeah, my man. That's what I needed to hear. A fake compliment.
Well,
Moneyline, what do you got for us, buddy?
believe it or not, on Moneyline, I forgot about what Greenfield do again.
Did you?
Yeah, but quick on my feet here. So there's a podcast called Are You Garbage? And
Okay.
what they do, they bring on a guest and they just ask a bunch of questions, determine like if you're garbage or not. It's like, so it's pretty funny. It's not bad.
All right.
So I got a bunch of questions here that determine to see if like we're garbage or not.
We're dumpster.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
I'm
I
leaning
mean,
towards garbage.
I'm like looking at these and I'm like, oh fuck. Well, I mean, we know. You know, we're self-aware here.
Yeah,
like,
that we're
what-
pieces of
exactly what
shit.
it is. Yeah.
yeah.
Can't win them all, but we'll see. So this one, I think we're all gonna. But do you consider yourself a fan of a minor league baseball team?
I'd say no.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah, see, me either. So we're not garbage. We passed one. We're not garbage.
Okay.
Which I could see. If didn't you say like the Washington Wild Things have like dollar beer nights and it gets crazy
They,
up there?
they do. And dollar beer nights. You walk down the street a little further, they got 20-piece nights too. Buy
He's
some more
not
of that.
talking about chicken wings.
I'm talking about that Krisnak.
Nothing goes better with dollar beers.
$20 a crack.
Crack. That real shit too, not the plastic.
Yeah.
Or
Do
the
you-
rock salt.
Do you give scratch-off lottery tickets as a gift? I mean, I absolutely.
I have.
do.
I have.
I
Absolutely,
do.
yeah.
That makes you garbage.
It's a major
I guess,
opportunity.
yeah, I mean, dude, yeah, you might win 50,000. Not only do I give them, I love receiving them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love
When
it.
I was in the hospital, like my aunts and shit, like would bought a scratch-off ticket for me every week. Just like, he's going through some shit here. Maybe he'll win $100,000. I
Right.
didn't,
Now,
but it's a nice thought.
Do you ever get nervous when you give them
I
away
was
that
just
somebody's
gonna
going to
say-
win a bunch of money and
I
not
was
give you
ju-
any?
I feel like that comes with the unwritten rule of like we're
I need
splitting
a
it.
cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't have to split it, but I got to
Yeah,
wet my
anything
beak.
over like I
I got to wet my
if
beak.
you win $5,000, like throw me a little something.
Yeah, you throw me a hundo or something. You know
Yeah,
what
if it's like Stutch's birthday, like I'm gonna pick up his $10 ticket real quick. He's like, he's like, oh, bro, this hit for $1 million going on the gram. I'm like, motherfucker.
That's the worst person. I don't know if he'd give you anything.
No, he wouldn't get. He'd give you a shout out on the gram.
Yeah.
Thanks, my man Anthony Shuley.
Oh man, that would be the worst, especially if you're like a scratch off guy, which like I am, and then I give one away and like
You gave the
gave the
The
million.
one,
Ugh.
yeah.
I don't know if I'd be able to live with myself. That would suck.
It would hurt. It would sting for a while.
dude.
that's for sure.
Dude, what do you bid like, dude? If there's like a fundraiser and there's like one of them like lottery trees, like, dude, that gets bid up the most.
Oh, I buy. Yeah,
I
like,
put all my tickets in.
Yeah, right.
I do that. And I do the booth.
What do
one.
you think? I want to sign Franco Harris fucking football? I'm good, Franco.
Thanks.
No thanks.
thanks.
Yeah.
Six pack of
There's an
micro brews.
opportunity for me to win $25 million here if I win if I hit all these.
Yeah, right.
right.
Exactly.
You keep that ball,
I'll be set for
Frank.
generations.
Yeah. Has your home ever been furnished by a rent-a-center?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we didn't pay them. I mean, we got like. I remember I got Rent-A-Center one time and got the TV and sold it.
Really?
Yeah, they were stupid enough. They were stupid enough to give me fucking.
I've never been to Rent-A-Center. What do you need to show them to like get shit? An ID?
A pulse. I showed up with $37 and an ID, and I'm like, I need a TV. They're like, okay. They're like, you're gonna have this many payments. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll be right back, chief.
The interest is interest
I
rate
don't care what the
50%.
interest
Doesn't
is.
matter.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you sure you want this one?
You know,
Like,
give me
yeah,
two of them.
Yeah,
I sold that motherfucker before I went out of the parking lot.
that's fucking unbelievable. I
funniest
would
thing
imagine that might have dinged your credit a little bit.
Oh, dude. The funniest thing is that I had two other people going right after me and get the same exact things. Like, they didn't think something was up.
They
Like,
didn't- yeah.
what's up with these guys getting a TV rush? You
Like,
know?
why is everyone a 27-inch LED?
Nah,
The-
it was,
like
it
the
was a
man-
bigger TV.
The manager like fucking went to like take a shit and comes back like, hey, anybody come in? Like, dude, you wouldn't believe it. I sold 3 TVs in like 10 minutes, and he's like, oh.
Oh.
It's like Casino when the jackpot hits 3 times and
Right.
fucking
Yeah.
De Niro's yelling at him. Like, you didn't think you were getting scammed?
Dude, I didn't even know they were like what a rent-a-center was. I figured it
I
out
never-
as you were talking about it. But
Yeah, but like I never really understood like the concept of like a rent-a-center. Like, so like people were like rent a couch. Like, do you just rent it till you own it, or do you like,
Yeah,
or you're
so-
like, hey, I'm not gonna need this couch in like 3 weeks?
Yeah, but
it goes both ways. So, like, one way you could do, but what they do is you get totally fucked. Like, if you end up paying outright for the couch, you'll get like maybe like an $800 couch. You end up paying because the payments are so small. You're like, yeah, I can afford $24 a week. You don't realize you're paying that payment for 2 fucking years. So you're
Right.
paying $2,500 for this
For a
fucking
$700
$700 couch.
TV.
But you
Yeah.
couldn't afford that. Someone couldn't afford a $700 couch right off the
Yeah,
bat.
it's just like anything else.
Right.
So
But yeah, I've had.
they gotta put it in that thing if
Yeah.
they get burned too.
Yeah,
so
you
they gotta juice
Somebody
that a
on
little bit.
mortgage
Is that where
works.
you guys got that truck from Rent-A-Center?
No, that truck was a legit fucking terrible loan someone gave someone. You know what I mean?
Have you ever clogged up a Coinstar machine? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Of course, dude.
I mean, I keep all my change in a giant like Patron bottle, and like my change comes with like gum and like wrappers and all kinds of shit. And I've been in that giant eagle just fucking dumping that thing out and just fucking just trash coming out of it pretty much.
Yeah, like I'm dumb, like I'm taking out the garbage.
Yeah.
Dude.
People see you at the funniest thing is people
That's a dark day when you got to make that walk.
when you go in, but like sometimes you're not really down your luck. You're God, I
You
got
got, you got all the change. What are you gonna do with it? I'm not gonna roll it.
I'm not rolling it.
I got
exactly.
Yeah.
I'll give you the 10%. Like I got a big plastic Coke bottle. You know what I mean? Like I like emptied it when it was like half full the one time. Like people see you doing that and they're like, oh man.
Yeah, well,
Z-Bird's back on the sauce.
when you go into something half full, that's never a
Yeah.
good sign. 'Cause, like, when it's full, it's full. You got to go what else are you gonna do? When it's half full, like I need this $37
Yeah,
in
right.
a bad
Like,
way
I hope
right
it's
now.
40. Please be $40.
Yeah, I got yeah.
I got like $1.50, I think.
Oh no, I'm coming out with some decent cash, but I mean, there was back in the day. There's been some times where I've like cashed in like $45 to go out on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Does that make us garbage?
Oh yeah, we're hitting on all the garbage here. What else do we got here? Have your parents ever sent you to the store to buy cigarettes? Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Like I used to, like I didn't even need a note.
Up
know,
at Jack's.
Jack's, yeah. I would go up.
You had credit.
Virginia Slim Menthol Lights. Yeah, it was on a tab. It was on a tab,
Yeah.
and like I would just buy cigarettes.
That's crazy to think about back in the day how like the tab worked. Like I was allowed, I think it was like a 50 cents a day or a quarter a day, and then like I would get my mom cigarettes. I'd get like 25 Swedish Fish and a pack of Cools.
Yeah, that's a
I would
win.
get Virginia Slim Menthol Lights and like some candy and shit. And like sometimes like my mom would send me up there when that tab was getting a little high, like and she didn't have the loot, and I'm like go up Jackson because he knew Jack was gonna give it to me.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, send your mom up here like next time. And I'm like, all right, you gotta go pay that tab.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
he's going to us.
Yeah, it's
My
time.
mom burnt Jacks many a times.
I mean, I don't know if my mom did.
It's
I
so
wouldn't be
easy.
surprised.
It's just so easy.
Dude, and then all the older kids like knew I could get cigarettes, and they would try to get me
Yeah.
like go get cigarettes on my mom's tab, and I'm like dudes would be like, dude, just go get a pack of Marlboro. I was like, dude, she smokes Virginia Slim Menthol
I
Lights.
can get you a pack of those.
Yeah, Jack, and like, yeah, right. My mom would kill me if I was fucking buying Denny Janeski fucking cigarettes on my mom's fucking tab. Fucking, and I'd like, I think I tried it one time, and Jack was like, Jack, and like, come on.
Come on, buddy.
And like,
I
dude,
just
all
gave
the
you a
older
pack.
kids are just outside, like peering in. I'm like, dude, they made me do it.
Right. I had
Yeah.
to do this so he
You see
wouldn't
them.
ask anymore.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so we're definitely buying cigarettes at a young age. Last one. Have you ever repaired a piece of living room furniture with duct tape? Yeah, I mean, who has it?
Yeah.
I've prepared everything with duct
Yeah,
tape
who has
before.
it?
dude.
It's
That's what it's
fucking
for.
stupid. Yeah, that's what it's for.
I mean, I usually just flip that cushion over, multiple times until.
I've definitely had like a couch where I had like duct tape on it.
I had one that the leg broke off.
Like a
And I had
leather
The
couch.
leather couch,
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, everybody's had a leather couch, dude. Especially when you were younger. You
Yeah,
had to
it
have a leather
splits.
couch.
Yeah.
You like wake up with it, your face is like melted onto the
And
side
in
of
this
it.
summer, you're like part of it.
It's
Yeah.
pouring sweat.
Ugh.
Terrible. Like, what a terrible invention, a leather couch.
It looks nice, and then
It
you
looks
sit on
sweet.
it, and you're like, what
And you
the
can clean it up pretty either, and then you're just like sitting on like leather.
And your ass is sweating.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, in the winter,
Like
you
a
get
whore in
swamp
church.
No good. No good.
Is that it?
That's all I got.
I kind of like that. Well,
Yeah, I know. I wish we could do it every week, but that's kind of another
The
part.
part, yeah.
They kind of.
That's their thing.
Yeah, that's their thing. But I figured I saw some
It's
questions.
all right to steal good ideas.
Yeah.
Listen.
What's his name? Did it Einstein?
Yeah, in reality, I shouldn't even have told anybody and just pretend like we came up with this
Right.
concept
They
until someone
never
said,
heard-
"Hey, this already." Oh, like, oh, that's insane. You
we
don't
should
say.
collab with them.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, everybody out there, we hope you have a great week. Remember, Greenfield loves you. Don't forget about the Friday at 7:30. Head down Greenfield School, get some donuts, help out the Barcheck family. Prayers for them. And comedy show May 29th. Get your tickets. The link's up on our Facebook page. So everybody have a great week. Greenfield loves you. We're out.